What's going on, everybody? So listen, I'm gonna jump into it. We'll edit the beginning of this so it starts right in on. This is the whole point of this live stream. I'm super excited about the surface vehicle. It's the Kraton Extreme Bash roller. It's like for airplane guys, it's kind of like a plug and play in a way, right? Or more like an ARF Plus, where you got to put your own power system in it and things like that. So we're gonna get into it. And I've been driving. So this is the 6S Arrma Kraton. The link to it's in the description, and I'm going to build out the description with other links too later to the motor, ESC, all the things I'm going to use to get this thing ready to go. But I've been driving 6S Kraton, but not this one. This one's like comes with all the cool upgrades you can imagine already. So I can get my other one once we get this open and set them side by side and talk a little bit about what the differences are, but we're going to get into this. So I'm super pumped. Already got my power system picked out. I'm using a smart system, and the specs really match up tick for tack on what you would see from the regular old 6S Arrma anyhow. So 2050 kV, very, very similar. Speed control, all this stuff is all about the same. So we know it's going to work because it's proven it's worked on their other 6S stuff. So, but this one's going all Spectrum, all smart, and that's fun. So what is going on? No, it's not a plane, man. I mean, the title tells you what it is. It's a Kraton EXB Extreme Basher. I had to have it because I've been driving one of these, and if you want to see me send one of these, stay tuned to the channel. But you can look at that ramp video on the RC Trucks playlist. That truck that I end that video with, it's the 6S Kraton, but not this one. Awesome. So we'll get into this a little bit. Full option roller. This means you have to put your own stuff in it. And I have my own stuff ready to go. There's a lot of cool new stuff, guys. Unless you've been paying attention to surface, it won't be familiar to you. But there is a lot of cool new things that have changed to make this beefier and even funner without aftermarket upgrades. You can still upgrade your current 6S Arrma trucks with a lot of these parts are interchangeable, so that's always good to know. They've changed the diffs. It's a limited slip diff, and they've beveled the teeth so there's more surface area. It should be tougher. Wild Bill in the house. Oh, guys. Look at that, man. Look at this. We'll get into the bits and bobs in a minute. Oh, man. That new truck smell. There's some flat black on here. I mean, it's just totally cool. So, a lot of the things we do to upgrade these trucks in the first place, it's already been done at this point. Oh, man. I mean, there's nothing but the truck. No motor, no ESC. We'll get under the hood here and take, oh my gosh, look at that. And take a look at it. Now it's sitting high because there's no motor and stuff in it. No ESC, no battery, no nothing. And we'll set this up against my other one here in a minute. Channel 6 flaps. You can run these on 4S, but 6S is where it's at, especially if you want to really have that throttle control in the air. So again, nothing's hooked up. Big beefy arms. These arms are very... I think there's some slight differences that are going to make you have to drill a hole here or there to make your old arms work, but these arms are a little beefier. Let's get into it here. 6S. So the first thing that we do when we buy one of these, usually after we bend the thing up, is replace the front bumper. So they've already done that. So this is like an RPM bumper. but it's the Arrma bumper, and it looks like it's going to take a beating. It's already on here. You've got big 70-75 chassis, which is thicker metal. Shock towers. This red anodized looks awesome. Tower-to-tower braces, chassis braces. This looks really sick. They've capped off at the end of the A-arms here on the front with some aluminum caps that add a little bit of strength there. I mean, my Kraton is kicking butt and taking names. And then there's some things they've done like this this new way. It used to just be a almost like a wheel collar to you airplane guys, but just this cup on a shaft with a flat spot that would kind of work itself loose. And so everything would be fine, but you wouldn't have any drive. So they've got this Safe D kind of non-slip cover that comes over that cup and keeps it from backing out now and sliding up the shaft. Yeah, the rods, the turnbuckles, all these things are beefed compared to the original. This is cool too. So you've got a metal servo arm already here attached to the servo saver. The steering rack looks beefed up. This is sick. I cannot wait. And I've got my motor and ESC ready to go. The receiver goes right in here. Here's the box for that. And let's see what other bits and bobs we got. So these tires, when you get them, they're vented on the inside of the rim. So the best thing to do before you ever get it dirty, and this I've learned from some of the guys that really have some channels that have been inspiring to me in my journey, which is one guy is Rich Duper Bash. Then there's RC Dude 81. There's a lot of great guys, but as far as like venting tires goes, I got that from Duper Bash. So what he does is he puts a piece of Gorilla Tape over the hole on the inside of the rim, and then just adjacent to it, you take like some brass tubing, flare it just a little bit, put it in a drill, and then relieve that here on the outside. Because what happens if you let it stay vented on the inside, when these tires spin, they balloon, they'll suck in dirt, debris, and water. If you get dirt, debris, and water in here, you want the holes on the outside. So centrifugal force will expel that debris. And that's a good way to help keep your tires balanced, because if you really rev one of these up and it's out of balance, it's crazy. You think a bad propeller is bad? Wait till you get a bad tire or a few bad tires. You're trying to do a backflip and it's just like crazy. Won't come around. Yeah. So this is nice. Different differentials than normal. 70-75 aluminum. It's etched. It looks really nice. The servo arm is metal. It's already here. Takes a big 6S pack. And let's take a look at the motor and ESC that I have for this after I show you what is in here. And then I want to grab my other one, my old one, and let you see it. This is supposed to be super, super sturdy, so I'm really pumped. Now, I was curious what comes with the kit in the way of, is there a pinion or what? You get stickers, which is cool. You get some pistons for your, your shocks if you want to tune those a little bit. And this is usually a high-speed pinion. Yeah, high-speed gearing. If there's no other pinion, I don't think. So that may be what I use. And if that's the case, you have to keep an eye on your temps. Some basic wrenches. So I got a cross wrench here. This is awesome. I've got a few of these now. These are great. Some hexes. And then a smaller cross, which is good for the smaller stuff, obviously. And then some hand wrenches, some just Allens. But I'm not seeing a pinion. I don't think I'm missing something either. Nah, just the high speed one. So I might have to source something for that. Nope, that's just cardboard. But here's my original Kraton. And this one is a beast. The Kraton is one of those trucks that, to me, I always want to have one. It's it's like those planes you run into that's just like it's special. You would replace it right away. Like, I'm all about having a Kraton regardless. So this one is been through the learning curve with me, you know, and it's, you see the bumper on the front, that's an RPM bumper, kind of like what I was mentioning before, like what's on the front of this one, except this is aftermarket. The shock towers, the hinge pin holders, chassis braces, shock tower braces, yeah, again, the hinge pin holder deals, all that is aftermarket stuff that I did to this anyway, because when you really send it, you'll bend the chassis. So you want to have the beefiest stuff on these as possible without making it really heavy. It's not bent too bad, and it's bent pretty even. I mean, it still drives fine. But this has all RPM arms on it, except for this corner right here. It's all been beefed up. This truck has been through it. I've sent it pretty hard for a guy like me. You guys check out the ramp video if you want to see that. And then there's another video on the RC Truck playlist where I mean, full throttle, run this one as hard as I can into that ramp. But so as far as the specs go, my Smart Spectrum ESC and motor spec out just right on the numbers with this stock stuff from Arrma. So that's pretty exciting. And yeah, I'm pumped. So let's see. They've beefed up the wing mounts, it looks like, a little bit. They've changed the differentials, limited slip, beefier A-arms. They've made the cup here on the output drive where it's not going to come off on you. You still have the tower-to-tower braces, and now you have this cool red anodized chassis brace, which used to be just plastic, which is why I've upgraded this one. So, I mean, all this messing around to make this truck what this one just is already out of the box. I mean, these add up. All this stuff adds up. So, super pumped about the EXB. If there's any questions about this, let me know or hit me in the comments. You know how to find me. I'm going to link all the stuff I'm using in this one in the description box once this video is finished. But this is a good truck, and I don't know if I need two of them. So I'm going to probably, you know, I vented the tires on this one. I learned a lot. And the reason I replaced these shock tower on this truck is because you land wrong a few times and the stock ones will bend on you. So these are milled 70, 75, just like this stuff is now, but they used to be stamped out, and so they would bend if you landed wrong. Even my standoffs for the shocks are upgrades over what came stock, and these come with some beefier perches already. So super cool. So what are you putting in it? Air Marshal in the house, what's up? No, not yet, Channel 6. Not yet, not yet. You'll know it when I do. It'll be on the channel soon. This is sick. This is sick. So I've really got everything I need. I just ordered one of the ESC controllers, right, for to be able to program these Arrma ESCs. So this is total spectrumed out. This is going to be like, so that one, I was running the stock radio for a while, and I went with the Spectrum DX5C for my other Kraton and a lot of other stuff, and I'm running the SR215 receiver in there, which is super cheap, easy to deal with, no AVC, but you don't need it. AVC's cool if you need it, but I don't need it necessarily. And I'm curious to what pinion you guys would put in here if you were buying one. So somebody who knows what's up, let me know in the comment section. I'd like to see what you would do. What's going on? How many guys in here? I mean, I know it's an off time. So there's the Spectrum motor that's going in. Again, specs out with the stock 6S Arrmas basically anyway. Nice looking motor. I got my big Arrma ESC. Got my jumper. switch, power switch. This is going to be pretty cool. This is going to be all smarted out, Spectrum, everything. So yeah, my ESC controller, I ordered one because I hate playing the beep game. The beeps and the lights and things like that drive me nuts. I need to get some hard case 5000s, but like if I'm going to run soft packs, I like the 5000 smart battery. They're tough. This has been through all my bashing and it's still doing fine. But the way I'm sending them now, I really should have hard case packs. I do have hard case packs in the 4S stuff and the 8S stuff now, but the 6S I still got to get some. So yeah, I'm not going to outfit this right now, but it's not going to be too big of a deal. And I do got to figure out what pinion to do and that kind of stuff. All kinds of bolts for mounting. Oh, I'm so pumped. This is just going to be sick. This all goes right here. Get the servo in there. Got the screws that come with it already. Switches. Yeah. This is my first one like this. But I'm really looking forward to it. And don't get it twisted because the 8S Outcast is coming this way too. And the thing about it is it's ready to go. You know what I mean? You get everything. So this is sitting pretty tall. Sometimes I'll relieve the preload here on the front so it digs down. But it's a long wheelbase, so you don't fight the wheelie too much. These are already jacked up pretty good in the back. Look at how cush this is. I just can't wait to get it all geared up so you can hear it when it's rolling. I love that. You can always tell when it's just right. Oh, look at that. Just cush. So when I learned bashing, it was the winter. They were getting messy. They were getting snowy. They were getting muddy. I just garden hosed them off. And everything I've got pretty much came from those days, with the exception of my 6S Typhon, which you guys haven't seen video on yet. But it's going to be nice to keep one kind of clean, just not submerged in snow and mud. Sounds good. Rubber shielded bearings all around. Like I said, beefier wing mount. They have really thought everything out. I'm excited to get it going. I've got a Savox servo that's going in, and I should be okay with it and not need any kind of BEC or whatever like that. And yeah, this is gonna be cool. So I'm gonna get my program card, thing in for this and get it dialed in. And basically, it's just gonna be a super duper beefed up, already upgraded Arrma 6S Kraton for the most part. Let's put the, what keeps falling out? It's that motor. Killing me, Smalls. Killing me, Smalls. So I'm not going to get into it right now. We're not going to build it out right here. But I could not wait to open it, and I wanted to do it with you guys. RC next Tuesday. Yeah, I just got it in the post today. Just got it in the post today. Hey, RC next Tuesday, what pinion are you putting in here? I mean, I basically got everything stock. You know what I mean? Except I went the Spectrum Smart stuff. So, but the only pinion I have is the high-speed ones that come with everything, right? That I never put in. Somebody holler at me if he answers that question, because I may not be able to see it. I'm just so pumped with it. Already got upgrades all over the place. Got to vent the tires. Let's take a look at those A-arms. I mean, they look very similar to the stock ones, but I notice when guys are breaking them, they're having to like reposition holes for the shocks a little bit. So there definitely is a difference to these A-arms. They're beefier. They're like taller. Same shape and all, but taller. It's hard to compare them to this one because it's all RPM except one corner. They're definitely taller, beefier. So that's the OG right here, 6S Kraton. And I should get my ruler so you can see how bent it is. The ruler rides like a seesaw on here. But, so that was the only thing I didn't do. I M2C'd this whole truck except the chassis. Because I was trying to be cheap. I was like, you know what? If I do everything else M2C, the chassis might last me for a while. And it did. But it finally, it's bent. But everything runs good. Drives well. So that's it, guys. I'm going to keep it short. I'm not going to work on this until I've got some deadlines. I got to get some projects done for Thursday. Some of you guys know what I mean with that. Air Marshal, it came with the high-speed pinion that all the 6S Arrmas come with. So, I mean, I can use that and just keep an eye on the heat. Should be everything smarted out. So if there is a warning I should set, I could get it done. 14 or 15 tooth? Yeah. Let's see. I don't want to have to count in front of you guys. It's embarrassing. Let's see. It's hard to tell. Son of a gun. Let me open it. Rhino, what's going on? William Mergita. Who else? Keith Christie. Mickey B, what's happening? You guys want to see me send it, stick around to the channel. And if you want to see what's coming, you can get a pretty good idea when you check out the new ramp video. Because I'm rocking it with the 6S Kraton on that video. That thing flies so stinking good. I guess I got to count these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. It's like 13, dudes. It's like 13 teeth. Does that make sense? Is that even a thing? Nah, man. I mean, it just came with the, like I say, the high-speed pinion. That's 13 all around. 13 tooth. Maybe my other stuff has more. Hey. So that probably is the right gearing then. They've got it in the package that says high speed gearing. But when I open up my other 6S pinions, I think I've got more teeth on them. Let me see. Yeah, they're different sizes. Yeah, totally. So I do have, so it comes with a 13 tooth pinion. That's what I was wanting to know. Me and Air Marshal were talking about that. A lot of low-end grunt. Yeah, 13 tooth. And I have a 1, 2, 3, 15, 16 pinion that I could use. Now that's what comes with the Arrmas. The high-speed gear that comes with the 6S stuff that I haven't used yet, ever. So I've got a 16 and a 13. Should I just go 16 from the gate? Adam Hampton. Yeah, man. I mean, listen, hey, first of all, Adam, it's been hard to get back with you because there are no trucks in stock unless you can find them locally. Like online, everything's out of stock. But anything ready to run that you buy, you're not going to even have to worry about this stuff because it'll be ready to run. David Martin Graff in the house. What is up? You like the 13 next Tuesday? Put them both on. Hey, if you guys watch the damn video, I'll do it. If nobody watches them, then I'm just going to leave it how I like it. I guess you got to crawl before you can walk on Surface, man. Randy, need 42 teeth. 12S Kraton. Dude, once he told me, when I watched that video finally, and he said what was in it, I knew right away the tires weren't going to make it. Wes, is that your real last name? Is it Bashinger? Because that would be sweet. Or is it Barshinger? Bashinger would be dope. That's like a YouTube channel. 16T all the way? Yeah. Why not? I already got one on stock configuration. You know what I mean? Longer bash sessions. Yeah. See, the thing is, you forget RC next Tuesday is we're like, most of us are airplane guys, right? So the amount of time I get on a 5006S, like in a jet or a prop airplane, high performance, compared to what I get out of a vehicle, it's crazy. It's 2 or 3 times as much easy in a surface vehicle. So it's hard for me to lose. You know what? Check out the tech spec and ordering information, David Martin Graff. Off the top of my head, I do not know what it weighs. I'm curious to see what it weighs next to the original Kraton 6S, which I have, but mine, again, already has upgrades on it. So the link is in the description to this video, and I'm going to put more links in the description to my radio, the receiver, and I've got the combo. That's what I did. So I bought the 150 amp ESC and the 2050 kV Spectrum motor as a combo, and this is basically tech spec matches with what comes out of the stock stuff anyway, except that they're not smart. Man, for real, a crawler, you can go forever on our batteries. I mean, it's nuts. RC Roland, what's going on? Smash the like and share the love for Pilot Ryan, says Shadow Ops. Thanks for that. I just got here, wants me to try both pinions. I need to get one of those speed reading things if guys care about speed runs. I mean, some channels get bashers and all they do is speed runs. I think you got to send it. You guys who are just, you know, exploring Surface with me and you want to see some channels that are having a good time with Surface, I want you to check out RC next Tuesday. He's in the chat, him and his buddy. They're in the chat right now. They hang out in the UK and they drive with some other cats that are a good time, like Kevin Talbot and Claire's RC. Martin, you guys got quite a crew, man. Pat. So it's always fun to watch the guys from the UK. And then if you want to see like superhuman, superhero sins, you got to watch Rich Duper Bash and RC Dude 01. I'm never, ever probably going to send it like those guys. They get them as fat. I mean, they've got them hopped up. Like, look at the pinions we're talking about. Like, little tiny stuff. Like, pinky diameter. These dudes are putting, like, seriously, like, 42 tooth, like, 18, like, 20-some tooth pinions on this stuff. And just sending them. And they're living, and they're beefed up, and they're making it. Matthew Smiley, what are you talking about, bub? Yeah, you guys have a laugh. You guys are a lot of fun, man. So you guys want to see Surface guys. I thought it was a real trip that you handed that 4S Outcast survived the civilian, right? Survived the girl you let drive it. In the Tube Deep, what's up? Good to see you. I'm not going to keep you guys too long. Just a couple more minutes. Yeah, David Martin Graff, man, that's the way it goes right now. Just be patient with them. You know, when you have to get through at Horizon, there's definitely a hold. It's just how it is. To the moon. Yeah, I'm sure he's got a 21T and like crazy. He uses some crazy can of beans for a motor. I mean, it's like fist. I mean, this is like a roll of, I mean, you really knock someone out with this, but. Oh, I gotcha. In the tube deep in the house. Forever on a charge. Yeah, man, the surface stuff is fun when you can't go fly. I'm loving it. And, you know, you build the right ramp and you can go fly these things. Oh, that's your daughter, the blonde girl that was driving the truck? Man, what's you guys, I forget y'all's names. What's your names? Keith Christie. Oh, talking to In the Tube Deep. So guys, check out the videos we just did on the Twin Otter. I put up Bobby's F-16 on the short field flight, that big HSD F-16. Today you're probably going to see P-39 ripping on 4S. And I'm going to start getting this baby together. And then really I got to focus hard on some releases for Thursday. So be watching the channel for that. You guys know how it goes. If there's something going on Thursday night, we'll probably talk about it here. So, Dave wants a 4S basher. They're awesome. Especially if somebody doesn't want to commit, the 4S Kraton and Outcast are sick. The 3S Typhon is awesome too. That's a lot of truck. It's 1/8 scale. You don't get the big basher tires and stuff, right? So it won't like backflip a bunch, but like, man, they're beast. All right, Jay, because I didn't think Billy was old enough to have a daughter that age. Savannah, that's right. Legend. Is that what you guys say instead of legend? It's like legend. You guys are hilarious. You guys who like Surface got to check out RC next Tuesday. Turn on the bell because they go live and stuff too. The P-39 on 4S was an awesome time, Rhino. Me and Bobby both got a flight on it. Did you guys like the way we split the Twin Otter up? We did it like that because we were running out of battery on my camera and I didn't bring my charger. The Typhon is sick. Do you guys have the 3S Typhon and the 6S one? I got them both. Jay, I got them both. Garbage disposal rules. 4S Kraton is awesome. I'm waiting on a slipper clutch assembly to get mine fixed up. But honestly, man, I'm so on these 6S ones now that it's hard for me to want to do the 4S stuff. But they're sick. I'm a legend. I'm a legend, finally. Bucket list. Mark it off, man. Jay, so you guys are getting one of these. I can't wait to see what you guys do with it. They're awesome. I love that they got this kind of RPM style bumper on here already. But I mean, some of those heroes, man, Duper Bash. I think Duper Bash is still mostly stock, except for he broke one chassis brace, like shear to bolt. But RC Dude 01 has already changed. He's already changed the chassis and stuff. But look how those guys send it. Jeez Louise. You know, you guys are sending it. But boy, when you check out Duper Bash in 01, it's like, holy smokes, you never live up to that. That's tough. The Typhon is sick. It's not a back flipper, but it's yeah, I think I'm going for the big pinion, dudes. I can always limit the travel on my radio, right? Legend. Yeah, Air Marshal. You know who these guys are. My wife's texting me. So the kids are upstairs. They're being quiet. I can't believe it. I don't usually go live early in the day. Awesome. All right, guys. Any last minute questions? Anything you want to see close up real quick? Because I'm going to bounce. I'm going to bounce. You know, not much except for just like excited, wanting to deliver my first impressions to anybody who's interested. I know a lot of you guys are airplane dudes who are just hanging out to support. If you want to see, you guys who have no idea about how we do these things, if you want me to document the install of all this stuff, you got to let me know in the real comment section of this video, not right here in the chat. So if you want to see me vent the tires, you want to see me install the Spectrum radio, receiver, and ESC and motor and all that stuff, you got to blow up the comment section of this live. I'm going to try to keep it light. Around 10 pounds on the website, that makes sense. Raymond Molina, you want to see the tires? They're sick. Here, I'll take one off, man. First go is always tough, right? It's like they put them on with a machine. Legend. Nice to see you, Jay. Yeah, man. Tell Billy, hey. That silly salmon flip at the beach was hilarious. These stock tires are awesome. And a lot of you guys know I'm nuts about tires. I'll always like buy a set of Pro Lines and try them out. But I always end up going back to stock. These are what, the D-boots? Copperhead. Yeah, D-boot, Copperhead 2. These are sick. I mean, that's what's still on my original Kraton. Dude, get a crawler, Air Marshal. It's relaxing. No problem, Raymond. No problem. Yeah, these tires are sick. The foam feels good. The glue's good. They should be good. I mean, it's a brand new truck. It hadn't been sitting around forever. And like I was saying earlier, I'll do some Gorilla Tape on the inside to cover that hole. And then I'm going to do my brass trick to cut a hole in it. So they have a hole, the vent hole on the inside of the rim down here and up here, adjacent from each other. So I'll do my hole on the outside right there, my hole on the outside right here, some black Gorilla Tape to cover the hole, and I'm done. I just got here. You need a crawler? Which one are you looking at? I just got here. I tell you what, those things are all hard to get out of stock too. Best big 1/10 crawler for the money, if you're going frugal, Red Cat Gen 8. It's awesome. Portals and everything. You don't see the body clips. It's solid. I love my axial. I got the new Jeep one, you know what I mean, with the big portals. It's sweet. But it's $5. So the Red Cat's like $3. It's awesome. And it's a big 1/10 truck. And then if you can get a hold of the axial deadbolt, that's $3, I think. It's 1/10 size. Check out the crawling video on this channel right here. I did the Jeep, the World War I Jeep, and the axial deadbolt side by side at like 4 different locations. What do you... Haven't left the basement for years. You like the Gen 8? I know they did have some Red Cat Gen 8s at Horizon. That's where I got mine. You can always go to pilotryanmedia.com, click Horizon, and go shopping. The crawlers are fun. And if you have kids or grandkids, crawlers are awesome to let them in the hobby with you. Here's the deal. When you let kids drive this stuff, listen, I don't mind fixing these, but I want to be the one who broke it. My kids do not break the crawlers. You know what I mean? They don't break the crawlers. Man, this is beef. So while I got a tire off, I'll show you. So one thing they've changed is, looks like all the rod ends and the shock ends are beefier too. But they put, there's this like cap, this red anodized cap right here on the end of the A-arm that isn't on the other ones. And again, if you want a good look at this stuff, I mean, these people, the website's amazing. You know, they're paid to do it. So the website looks dope. Don't tell me I lost my bolt, dude. There it is. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to run this. The Wraith, yeah. And the Wraith, it's 15% off right now, but they're out of stock. But I think you can still buy one and save that money, even though they're like back ordered or whatever. The Wraith, I think, has a dig function, doesn't it? I love my Gen 8 Shadow, and I put those cheap, squishy, deep woods Duratrax tires on mine. You looking at that Vetera 72 Suburban just got here, or you already have one? The one thing I didn't like about the Veteras is there's so much, you can see so much air through them. I really like the, man, this is cush. I really like the fenders and stuff, not being able to see through. But that Vetera 72 Chevy, I like the Resto mod looking trucks. That's why I bought the Outcast and the Notorious. Well, I only bought one, but I changed the body over to Notorious. It's the same truck. Oh, cool, Mike SSI, good question. So the reason for changing the vent hole in the tire is this. So I don't know if you've ever seen these run, but the tires balloon, which if you have a hole on the inside of the rim, it's gonna suck right there. So water, debris, sand, and grit is gonna go inside the tire and then have nowhere to go. So when you're trying to I mean, it's all about the centrifugal force and the gyroscopic nature of these tires in the air when you're flying them. So if they're out of balance, you can't get around on a backflip. You'll just vibrate the thing. I mean, it's nuts. It sounds awful and it won't want to come around. You'll shake stuff loose, things like that. So if you're gonna have to have a vent in the tire so they don't pop off the rims and things like that, why not have the vent on the outside of the tire? That way if stuff gets in there, the moisture is expelled. Like I was telling earlier, I learned how to do this in the winter, and I was cleaning them up and they were a mess and the tires would get full of water, and then I'd take them out or they'd leave them in the car and the water would freeze and it's running really out of balance. It's just awful. And I saw one of these guys talk about venting tires, and I looked into it a little further, and so I plugged the hole on the inside of the rim. I learned this from Rich Duperbash. A lot of guys do it. I Gorilla tape the hole on the inside of the rim, and just on the, let me get a tire. Now these are different, they don't have it, but this is just a big monster belted tire, so you're not going to vent this one anyway. But on these Arrmas, there's a vent hole on the inside of the rim here and up here, and what I do is I cover them up and then use a brass tube to make a vent here. So if I do get water and stuff inside the tire, the centrifugal action expels that water and the debris, which keeps my truck running at balance, which is nice. It's worked for me ever since. Yeah, man, that's what I did, the tires. We're having a surface show today, dude. You guys want to see my Gen 8? What's discontinued? Oh, the Vetera. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, the axial crawlers are sick. What's up, John Nunes? Raymond Molina, man, now I have to get a Kraton. Yeah, I tell you what, they're a hot ticket. You can't get them hardly. You might be able to find one at a local shop because they are not online. They will not stay in stock. I tell you what, with this shutdown business, more people are RCing than ever. Mike Bird said yes. That sounds like somebody wants to see the Gen 8. Gen 8. It's a nice truck, big squishy Duratrax, deep wood tires. So, you know, the guys that really know crawling, they act like these aren't a very grippy tire. I think they're way better than stock. You got portal axles, which is nice. And I put those shackles on the front. You've got buckets where you could easily add lights if you wanted to. And what's cool is you don't see the body posts anywhere. It's just Velcroed onto the fenders. And unlike the Vetera, you can't really see through this one. See how solid that is underneath? Air Marshal, I'll show you in 2 seconds. So yeah, that's the Red Cat. So that's a 1/10 size truck. Good size crawler. No, I'm still using the Velcro Shadow Ops. Here's another 1/10 crawler. The Deadbolt. You know, basically the same wheelbase, but smaller kind of footprint. And because there's no wheel wells to really kind of hold you up, which is nice. And then this guy. This is sick. I mean, this is the best one. So this has portals too. This is the new Axial SCX 10.3. It's got lights already. You can buy it ready to run. It doesn't have to be the kit. So I have a 5000 2S in there fitting just fine, Air Marshal. I would imagine, what? Did you say a 3S hard case, Air Marshal? I don't think I have. I'll go check if you want. Or maybe hit me later, dude. Unless you guys want to know. I like 2S batteries on my crawlers, but if all you have is 3S, they'll still work. But yeah, so here we go. Another 1/10 crawler. Basically same wheelbase as this. This is 5 bills. This is like 3 bills. Now the portals are taller on this one. It's going to get over more stuff. And it comes with lights. And it comes with the dig already in the truck. You know what I mean? You just press the button on the controller and you've already got the dig. And if you want to add a servo or take the dig servo out and put it in for a 2-speed transmission, you've got that too. Dude, it's totally nice. Next Tuesday, Jay. I had to have it, dude. I had to have it. I had to have it. These two are my best. These two are my best, but we had hold on, check this one out. This one. This is super scale. And me and my boy, we had this one out in the Axial Deadbolt and had a great time. And we got a running video of those. You should check it out. But this is super scale. I mean, cloth on the seats, the steering wheel moves, lights on the front. It's pretty sick. And so they call this a 1/6 size. Well, Jeeps are small. So, okay, it's a 1/6 Jeep, but look at it. It's the same size as a 1/10 crawler. Massive. And if you don't know if you want to like bite off the whole chunk for one of these crawlers, you can always try out one of these. These are awesome. These are sick. I let the kids play with these like a bunch. These are great. These are Axial 1/24 scale. I have a 1/12 scale truck that it's like an awkward size. It's not big enough to do much, and it's not small enough to do what these can do. So, Surface Day at Pilot Ryan's show. So be looking out later on, guys, for the P39. Let me get this off of here just because it's a Kraton video. I got a mess now. I'm a mess. But this is what's up. That's what's happening. We'll get this one out soon. In the meantime, check out my RC Trucks playlist. Airplane guys, you know what to do. Get your notifications on if they're not already so you don't miss anything. We've been putting out a lot of stuff, and we had a great day Sunday where we captured a lot of content. So there's stuff coming, not to mention a new thing coming this week too. You're kind of hearing it here first. Can't tell you what it is, but be looking, be watching the channel. Turn on your notifications so you don't miss it. Desktop crawlers, I'm telling you. Me and the kids play with them in the playroom, crawling over like blocks and barn animals and stuff. Yeah. The deadbolt, the little deadbolt boozer, it's sick. Jeremy Diamond. Oh, shoot. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think it's available. All right, guys. Surface friends, check out your Surface channels. RC next Tuesday. He pops in the chat a bunch. Jay and Billy. Tony at CCXRC pops in the chats all the time. Chuck G pops in the chat. I love watching Duper Bash, Kevin Talbot, RC Next Tuesday, Claire, Pat's channel. There's a lot of good guys out there having a good time with Surface. And any of you Surface blokes want to get in and see what it's all about on the airplane side, look no further than right here. And some of these other guys in here, RC Air Marshal, Mary Boozer, all these guys. All right? The little crawlers are beast. Super surprised. Awesome. That is the... What are you at? Dana's RC, what are you asking? The X-Maxx is over here. Awesome. See you later, Jay. Tell Savannah she did a good job. She ought to do some more, man. You guys ought to let her. Folks probably enjoyed that. Especially if they find... Does everybody know that's your daughter? Because that's good stuff, family. You know what I mean? Fathers and sons do a lot of this airplane stuff together. Those guys have great channels, and yeah, man. If she'll fly some trucks for you, that's good stuff. Especially if you guys give each other a hard time. Silly salmon. Kraton or X-Maxx? You talking the 8S, Dana? I think the 6S Kraton is so awesome. I can't imagine it being any better. Like, I had to have an X-Maxx because I really actually value the opinion of a lot of these guys that are driving everything. There's nothing like a Kraton and there's nothing like an X-Maxx. So you kind of just got to go for the character you want, right? Like, if I'm going to go Traxxas, the X-Maxx was it. Like, I'm not worried about having any of the other Traxxas stuff. Except I do want a TRX4 sometime. But yeah, X-Maxx for me all the way on my Traxxas choice. And then anything else, I'm really happy with Arrma. I did see a nice Techno today though. No, the glider's going up soon. As soon as I'm done with... Oh, okay. As soon as I'm done with this week... deadline stuff. I should be editing now, but I wanted to talk to you guys about this. Yeah, you guys have loads of Arrmas, but every one of you guys has an X-Maxx. It seems like in the UK, right? Some of you a couple. So it says a lot. I mean, that's why I kind of did it. You know what I mean? I really trust what you guys are showing. There's no reason for you not to show the truth. And so it's out there for us to see and discern what we want to do. And I could not believe the beatings that the X-Maxx can take. So I got one. It's over there. It's awesome. And I broke stuff, but it's no big deal. I fixed it. That's also Billy's girlfriend. Holy moly. You got a whole sitcom there at your fingertips, Jay. Isn't YouTube crazy? You can be like neighbors from across the pond. Jay says X-Maxx all day, Dana. Off a cliff and drove it away. Do you think the X-Maxx over the regular Max is totally a different beast, right? They're similar, they look the same, yada yada, but man, the X-Maxx is like this special thing. It's just so big, but it's light for how big it is. I had the Pro lines on mine for like one bash, and it was like 2.25 pounds heavier. I didn't like it with the heavier tires. That's what these are. Anybody want a set of Pro Lines? I mean, it's like $200 worth of tires or something. It's ridiculous. I mean, they're awesome. They don't balloon, but they're so heavy you break your stuff more often than you would. They're sick. They're great for holding trucks up. You know what I mean? That's what it is. It's like a $200 jack stand. Yeah, X-Maxx is special. 6S Kraton, save your money for a big X-Maxx. That's what I'm saying. The 4S Kraton's cool though too, but I like them. I really do like the 6S stuff. I like the metal chassis. I'd rather something bend than break. I like how... So with the plastic stuff, what happens when your chassis are out of stock is you're stuffed. But like with the 6S... man, worst case, you can always bend your chassis back if you have to. You know what I mean? Your shock tower, you can bend them back and go some more. As long as you're not blowing up your diff cases, or you can get some diff cases, you can always, for the most part, be running on your 6S stuff. If you're willing to work a little bit, you can bend stuff back. That's worst case scenario if stuff's out of stock. I mean, also... let's say the Kraton chassis is out of stock, but there's an Outcast one. You could turn your truck into a short wheelbase truck with all the same stuff for the most part. Yeah, I was watching videos trying to decide about the Max versus the 4S Kraton. One of the best videos I saw, and this is what really sold me on his channel, was he did a great job. Tony at CCXRC did a comparison video on the Kraton 4S versus the Traxxas Max. Right next to each other, running them at the same time, you know what I mean? Like he'd run one, park it, run the other one. Same day, same jump, same everything. And he sold me right there on the Kraton. Because that Kraton, it just always flew well. It always stayed on its feet, didn't roll over a bunch, and I just didn't want the complexity of like hitting the button that rocks the Traxxas back over. It's like, let me get a truck that's rooted so solid it doesn't roll over much. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I do like the plastic chassis. That's kind of why I think the X-Maxx is awesome. Because it will bend instead of flex, and bend back instead of break. I do like the metal chassis on the Arrma stuff, because it takes so much to bend them. Yeah, right? So a whole new X-Maxx chassis is like 20 pounds in the UK. I don't know what that is USD, but that's pretty cheap for how big a truck that is. I mean, the upgraded M2C chassis for these guys are like 130 bucks or something. So I'm actually excited to see what they want for the Arrma ones, these new EXB chassis, because it may be one of these chassis right here makes my other one new again. The new Kraton is supposed to be much stronger than the 4S and 6S, correct, Ryan? Yeah. Yeah. This is... so many guys love the 6S Kraton, but a lot of times anybody who's going to really bash it hard ended up doing upgrades. Like I showed you guys earlier. I've done all the upgrades except the chassis, but everything else is M2C 70, 75, stuff that doesn't bend. So guys were getting these and doing that. And so Arrma really pays attention very well. And so this is same size and everything as my 6S Kraton, but it's already got beefed up chassis braces, shock towers. They've changed the diffs to be tougher. Like all chassis thickness, better bumpers, like all these things that people want and were upgrading to, they did it. And they let us choose our own power system. Comes empty. So, I mean, that's awesome. If you're willing to do the work and install that stuff, you've already got one that's stronger than stock out of the gate, right? Beefier wing mounts. And what's cool too is if you really look at the Arrma website and the Horizon website, I think the Arrma website might have more information, but it shows you that so many of these parts, these upgrades from Arrma, are able to be used in other 6S Arrmas too. Now there's some stuff like the shock towers are bigger on like the Kraton and the Outcast and Notorious and the Italian. So you're not going to see right now anyway an availability to use these on like a Typhon, but a lot of this stuff is like interchangeable with the other 6S range of trucks, which is pretty sick. Yeah, that they've got that new black Gen 8 Red Cat that's like a pre-order right now. So yeah, I would say this is much stronger. Better shock towers, better chassis, red anodized chassis braces, beefed up like differential cups that aren't going to slide off the shaft and make you think something's really wrong with your truck. So no more screwing around with grub screws back there, which is cool. I think Red Cat has that cool, what is it, Wendigo? It's kind of a basher rock racer, but it looks like it just needs, yeah, the Axe Edition. It looks like it just needs a little bit of softening on the shocks. It looks pretty stiff. When you see it bouncing around, it needs a little bit less preload, I guess. Yeah, the Axe Edition. The one thing, it looks like it's got like a roll cage or kind of like a simulated soft top instead of like the hard, you know, the boxy. Shadow Ops, I think it is. I think this XB right here, the roller, you know, is like $469 or something. And then you still got to outfit it with the electronics. Some guys who are into this would already have some laying around. Like I said, I'll put the bundle and everything I'm using in here so you can tally it up and see what it would be. But it's worth it to me to have it because I've put 200 plus into upgrades on that Kraton, and I didn't even do the chassis. I just did like the auxiliary bits, shock towers, chassis braces, shock tower braces, whatever. You know, some little things. I think a steering arm thing. What's that called? Steering rack deal. And that so if I were to have done the chassis as well, it'd be another $130. I'm over 3 bills in upgrades on a $550 truck. Yikes. So $469. Get a power system, get it in here. The upgrade's already done. You're still ahead. You know what I mean? And if you're not going to send it, the other one's fine for you too. But this is just too cool with all the red anodized. And if you finally do get jumpy and decide you're going to send it, it's probably going to take the abuse a lot better with the beefier A-arms and everything else. So guys, all right. See you around. Thanks so much. I think this is the way to go. Guys that got any questions, you know, my airplane guys that want to be in my ear about Surface, let me know. I'd be glad to talk to you about it. I think maybe someday I'll do more streams that are just kind of based on Surface and stuff. I try to keep Saturday Airplane a little bit. I could believe it. They've done so. I mean, look at the website because there's so much they've added to this that I don't even see. You know what I mean? That I don't even see to speak to. It wouldn't surprise me at all. You're welcome, Mike Bird. Everybody, thanks for coming by. I don't know how many folks we had today, but if you don't mind, give it a thumbs up on your way out. Anybody who wants to see an install on any of the components in here or venting the tires, all that, tell me in the regular comment section of this video. And keep in mind, if you are interested in chasing down any of this product, I will build out the description with links to the power system combo, radio, receiver, battery, everything. All right? Yeah, I'm pumped. And if you want to see a 6S Kraton getting sent on my new ramp, check out that video on my RC Truck playlist. It was kind of a fun little vlog deal where I built the ramp, and then after a few minutes, then we're into the jumping it on the 6S Kraton. And listen to the throttle. That thing flies so good. I want you guys to tell me in the real comment section also, what is it, 16 tooth or 13? What should I do from the get-go? Should I go 16 tooth from the get-go and hope I don't blow something up? Because I'm going to run it. I'm going to run it hard. So let me know in the real comment section of this video which pinion I should use. Play it safe and go with the stock provided 13 tooth pinion, or go with this high speed stuff that I have laying around for my other 6S Arrmas. What do you think? All right, guys, check out the roller. Link in the description, Holmes. See you later, guys.